Damn. This is how busy I am, Oz. So on Fridays, this is my day to take care of business. You know, I'm out there paying bills. I'm running them streets. You know, and then when it's all done, I try. I'm a very, very busy man, people. A very busy man, and I try to use this day to spend some time with my fiance, my lovely fiance. And I was out on the road this evening around like 5 something. And I got a call, and somebody said, "Man, Corey, you've been awfully quiet today." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is my day off. I don't talk to people on my day off." And they said, "Man, that Star Wars teaser just dropped. I ain't even watched the shit. I stopped the car. I was like, ah! I told my girl, get out."
In the middle of the highway.
In the middle of the highway. I didn't even stop. I just slowed down a little bit. I said, get out. You get these damn dogs out of my car. I got to talk about the Star Wars. You think I stopped her and came over here to the studio. You think I'm playing? Like, usually I come in here trying to at least look a little bit decent. I know I don't always do, but I still got my shorts on. You know, it's right there. My girl, she's still walking to the house right now. She's still walking on. But I had to stop people. I didn't even know. So what I did was I came over here, and everybody knows today that Star Wars trailer has dropped, The Last Jedi. And I didn't know, and I stopped everything because I love Star Wars so much that I just want to talk about this with people. You know, I didn't want to wait to do it. I didn't want everybody else to see it. And then 24 hours or 48 hours later, we're talking about it. No, I wanted to come in here and share that first day fresh Star Wars experience with you.
Yes, this had to be talked about ASAP. You couldn't wait another day, bro.
If you've already seen it, pop it up and let's watch it again. Watch that shit again. You know you saw it about 5 times already. Make it a 6, make it a 7, make it a 8, make it a 9. Go for the 10th, maybe. And we'll come back to share our experience with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
You know what, y'all? I saw this. I've seen it about 25 times already. Let me just get that out the way. But when I was on my 12th time watching it, I was more like, okay, you know what? Interesting. Not a shit, but more like a ooh shit. You know, because I was looking at this and I was like, you know, I'm not asking for a whole lot, but I don't feel like I'm getting I'm not just getting that feeling of excitement like I did for Force Awakens. But of course, Force Awakens was something that we were waiting for a long time. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then I had to finally realize, as you know, as I was watching this, when I got to about my 15th time and I started really soaking in what this was and I started putting things together, it all came together and snapped in place. And then that's when I was like, shit, I lost my mind with this, man. You should have seen, man. I was watching this because I was watching this in my car on my phone, man, and I didn't even see it big. And now that I see it on my computer up here on the screen, I'm like, God damn.
Yes, it is all those explicitives and then some. I mean, you know, I watched it a couple of times as well, and it was definitely a case where you watch it just like you said. It wasn't a damn or shit. You it's like a fine wine. You kind of sip it and enjoy the flavors as you watch it. You know what I mean? But when it's all said and done, you're like, shit, that was some good ass wine. You know, when you're done, as you're sipping it, you're like, okay, yeah. But when you're done, you're like, shit, that's what's up. You know what I mean?
You got another bottle of that shit? Because I just drank this one right here. I'm drunk off of it. And you know, here's the thing, people. And I will tell you why I didn't get really excited at first. And I probably should even get excited right now. And I will even go as far as to say, I understand if there are people out there who are not as excited as we are right here. And the reason why is because look, for all the people out there already jumping on this train like, well, it's the same old thing. I get it, because every one of these trailers started out with somebody who got asthma. You know, my man my boy Boyega, man, he needed an inhaler the first time. You know, these fools can't breathe at the beginning of these trailers, man. So I'm like,
it's like everybody's just finished having some rough sex or something. They coming out. It's crazy.
Especially with your girl Ray, man. Like she had so much sex. The sex was so good and rough. They just threw her ass off the bed. She's like, shit, that was some powerful dick right there.
The Force is some strong shit.
It's strong with this one right here. Now, I get it. There are some things that look alike, and there are a lot of things here that you can make the argument justifiably that a lot of things are starting to repeat itself somewhat, and I would understand that. And one of the things that I'm looking at here is the reason why. The reason why this is working for me so much, I'm not just excited about this as a Star Wars movie. I'm excited about it because it does what a trailer. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm so excited. I'm getting it all wrong. A teaser. Get it right. Not trailer, but teaser. You got these teasers that are coming out, and they're practically trailers. They're not serving the purpose. Look, if we're gonna live in this age where we're releasing like teasers for movies of teasers or trailers of teasers, you know, we need to like have them serve their purpose. And a teaser is supposed to do just that, tease. It's supposed to make you ask more questions than get more answers from. It's not supposed to show you everything and get you excited because you saw special effects. And I want to start out by saying the title, the title itself. And let me see if we all know. Let me see if I can find this title right, because we all know what this is called. It's sure, we're calling it Star Wars Episode 8, but it is called Star Wars The Last Jedi. And you hear the words being uttered in there where they're talking about how, even Luke himself, he says, look, don't get used to Jedis, because after this shit, we gone. Retired.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
And it's funny because what does that mean? And I your thing is, Oz, I'm gonna let you talk about this a little bit, but I get Luke saying that, because Luke is like, really, what has being a Jedi got me today?
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting so long to hear from Luke, for all these years. Even in, The Force Awakens, they gave us a very terrible tease with him just standing there, and you're waiting for him to say something. And then, he finally speaks, and he comes up with some grim shit like, yeah. Everybody must dead? Really?
Yeah.
That's the inspirational thing I've been waiting to hear from this guy all this time.
And you know what? And I get it, because really, he's like, shit, man, really, what is being a Jedi got me? Not a goddamn thing. He's like, and it was cool at one time. At one time I was young, I was a badass, had a fine ass black suit, some nice boots. He's like, I had the haircut of an 8-year-old boy from the 70s, but but for the most part, I was a complete badass. And now today, what have I got? I'm stuck on an island looking like a goddamn homeless man. On the world, so I would beg for change, but ain't nobody coming to this shithole right here, up here with this ratty ass poncho on. You know what? He got my friends killed. They can't call Han no more. His boy done murdered him. You know what? What has it gotten him? I get it, and but what does the title mean? They're saying The Last Jedi, which is confusing, and that's what kind of got me at first, because I was like, all right, something? They doing a little bit of false advertising here, because if it's The Last Jedi, Oz, then what is my man still doing training this girl on this island right here? Like, Ray's out there, she got her Rocky Balboa going on right now. She's training hard.
That's more kung fu. That's more Karate Kid, if you ask me.
No, that is. You swinging that sword, wax on, wax off. That lightsaber, man. But I like that. I had to think about it. Like, that keeps a mystery, because what is going on? If it's The Last Jedi, what does that mean? Does she have to die? Does he have to die? Does it mean that he's the last Jedi and it will continue to go to her? Because it's gonna be, and we all know, maybe something happened at the beginning of the movie, because I'd be mad as hell if somebody trained me for a long time and then came back and said, you know what, all that training we did, your services ain't no longer needed. I didn't even get to fight nobody. What do you mean?
They gotta do something better than that.
I really love how they're not heavily introducing characters. I like that the way they just give us hints at characters, even when we know who they are. Like we had Leia. We know that that's General Leia right there. And they don't feel the need to, in the teaser, to have her make some grand entrance. They show, what do they show us? They show us her back. It took me a little while to realize that is her. Yeah. If it is her, I'm just taking a guess that's who that is right there. And if you also pay attention, if you want to go for more subtlety in this, there are points in here where they are bringing in the past and weaving it into this movie right here. Because it took me a while, Oz, to like understand what was going on. Like I said, I was watching this on a small screen at first, and then I as I plugged it into my speakers, I heard dialogue, and I didn't know that was coming from the trailer. You know, there are whispers of dialogue from past films and past history that you hear. Like I think this might be Obi-Wan Kenobi talking about going over to the dark side.
Darkness.
Now, I'm not talking about that chick talking about darkness. I'm talking about, you have to look, because you don't hear it. I mean, maybe you have by this point, but I was up on my computer. I was like an old man. I was like, huh? What?
Speak out. Speak out.
Yeah, and but if you listen, I'll play it again. If you listen, you will you hear maybe Obi-Wan saying that. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure.
Darkness.
Maybe it's a Charlie Murphy tribute that's going on right here.
Darkness, everybody, die!
Charlie just died. Maybe this trailer is a tribute to him right there.
That's terrible.
But when you were here, because there's a lot of places where it does that, where they have dialogue that comes in, where they talk about, right there, you're talking about he turned to the dark side. But there's other parts of the trailer where they're talking about, that they're hinting at dialogue. Did you notice any of that?
Yeah, I noticed some of that. I mean, that's what's always been great about these recent Star Wars trailers and teasers, is that they always set the mood, right? By giving you these different outside audio effects to really mess with your head as you do it. As I'm watching the trailer and and it comes to an end, and I was like, finally, we're getting an authentically brand new Star Wars movie. And what I mean by that, Corey, is the recent movies that have come up, whether it's been Force Awakens, which I feel was just a reimagination of Episode 4. And then you have Rogue One, which was a prequel to a story that we already know the ending to, right? This movie right now, The Last Jedi, has a chance right now to create its own new lane. We don't know where it's going, we don't know how it's going to end, but it's something so refreshing that it's like it can go either way, so we can't call it now, you know what I mean? Which is cool. Yeah. It's an unknown road. I'm just hoping that it doesn't lead us down a dead-end road.
I hope that they're not going to try to do a complete revamp or even kind of a revamp of Empire Strikes Back in that aspect.
Yeah, I hope not. I really don't want to see Luke Skywalker on Rey's back running around in the forest. I don't want to see that, because that's what Luke Skywalker had to do with Yoda, and I really don't want to see that recreated.
No, she's gonna be like, your old ass is heavy, man. You got to get off my back.
Do we really got to do this part of the training?
Yeah, Yoda's kind of like a little boy. You a big ass man. I'm a fucking girl. Get off my goddamn back. I'm looking at some of the things that are going on here that just seem obligatory at this moment. Like the Millennium Falcon. I mean, it's cool to have the Millennium Falcon, but is that one point of fan service that I'm not really crazy about in this series? Like, how many times them TIE fighters been chasing his ass for over 20 years, Like, how many? When are they gonna catch the Millennium Falcon? Because we always have the TIE fighter Millennium Falcon chase scene, and at that point, it just seemed like it's just something that you are obligated to throw in for the fans, because the fans love the Millennium Falcon. Some people say, well, shit, Han Solo might be dead, but that goddamn Falcon, it lives, man. So
it lives forever.
Yeah.
And them damn TIE fighters didn't get any better at shooting any fucking thing. So.
No, they like stormtroopers, man. The TIE figers in the Millennium Falcon, it's almost turned into a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon. When are you gonna catch them? Bringing back characters we love. They brought Finn back. I mean, that
Negro
brother
in a
laid
coma.
out, man. Well, he was, as we know, he was injured. He suffered some injuries in The Force Awakens, and I like looking at him here like, okay, he's still in this state where he's trying to recover. How bad are his injuries? How is he going to recover here? What is his purpose? It looks like he has no purpose right here. Is he going to be laid out through this whole movie? And when is his brother going to stop being so greasy? You know?
And being lazy. Look at his brother lazy. This not helping the case for his brothers being lazy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Wake up. Do something.
I like it. You know, it's funny. In this movie, everybody running their ass off. Everybody doing something. This Negro just shiftless. You know?
His brother sleeping. He's sleeping. He gonna be late again.
Yeah, so it looked like they had his funeral. Like he just got his makeup put on. You know.
Oh, well, some people are trying to, compare that to the whole carbonite thing with Han Solo.
Do you think that that's a reach? Because I'll be the first to make comparisons here, and you've seen me kind of go in and say, yeah, this is not completely perfect. But do you think that trying to compare Finn to Han Solo and the carbonite, do you think that might be a reach?
I think it's a reach, but people like putting them theories out there. You know, being a fellow conspiracy theorist myself, I wouldn't go that far to that one. That was a bit of a stretch, but I was like, all right, if that's what you want to see, sure.
Yeah, yeah. And listen, the trailer balanced itself out again very fine. Because
yes, it does.
Yeah, because in the beginning they laid things out, hints of story. Everything was very quiet. Again, to use that word, subtle. And then as the trailer went along, when they needed to do it, it's like, okay, but look, we know we're a Star Wars movie. You're gonna get your dog fights right there. You're gonna
get your stars and your wars.
Yeah.
You're gonna get both of those. It's a Star Wars movie. You're gonna get those.
Yeah, everybody's gonna leave satisfied. Nobody worry about a thing right here. And there's a lot going on here that you can just look at and appreciate. One thing that I'm going to bring up right here is that made me very excited is, and let me see, because I've got to bring the clip up right here, but I'm looking at this and let me see right here. I love this shot, and this encompasses everything that I'm loving about this teaser. They got this shot right here. I'm going to play it where it's their artistic money shot of the film, where they got the fighters skirting the dirt, kicking up the red dust, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. But I like the way they try to get you with some of the color and the speed and the action and the beauty of it. And if you look, and everybody I know has seen it, but in the background, the far background, you see the Imperial Walkers right there.
AT-ATs.
The AT-ATs.
That was a hot. I love the bleeding planet. I thought that was hot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Planet was dope.
It's a lot going on in this trailer right here. And again, while I'm cautious, I'm just I hope I'm not just being excited just because it's Star Wars. I'm really looking at this and saying, you know what, I'm excited because I really do think that they finally did what they should with a teaser, and that is this teaser could be cut for a lot of things. This could be cut for a Marvel movie right here, and it's something what's that?
No, go ahead.
I was just saying this could be cut for a Marvel movie, and I would look at this and I would be like, you know what? I'm so excited because that's what really. Sometimes back in the day, they're not doing that right here, but back in the day. I always tell people that you have movies where if they had to hide the creature, they didn't tell you what it was. You'd have to go to a movie and see. Now, we're not going to get that here because as it comes out, they're going to give you a trailer where they're showing you everything. This is a treat.
Yeah,
This is a teaser.
course.
But for a brief moment right here, I'm taken back to a time where movies kept that mystery for me until I actually had to wait and go see it at the theater, which I don't think is going to happen here, but it's nice to be there for a moment.
Yeah. Well, so on your teaser trailer scale, are you not interested, very interested, or hell yeah?
Man, I'm so interested in this because I need questions answered. I almost wish that they could. Just leave this like it is.
You know what? It's Corey. It's funny that you say that because that's what I was going to say next. I would be fine if they didn't show another trailer after this. I'd be good.
Thank you. Thank you. If they showed, if they left it at this, if this was November and this is all we got right here, I would be so happy, and my thrill level would probably be higher, because right now I'm off the charts with excitement for the mysteries that await me with this film.
Yeah. So I would give it. I can't give it a hell yeah, because I kind of know what's going on, but I would say I'm very interested.
Oh yeah, no, I'm off the charts interested right now, man, and. You know, like I said, there's a lot here that needs to be answered. And you know, it's funny because one of the things that I'm looking at, again, just to prove a point, where you know, is this, they show you things they don't give you answers to. It could be anything. Is this Darth Vader's mask, or is that Kylo Ren's mask down there that we see in that this scene where this is shattered?
Yeah, did the cleaning lady fuck up or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, because when I'm looking at this, I'm like, if y'all remember in the Force Awakens trailer, we saw the Darth Vader mask, and that shit was already sinking in. If this is the Darth Vader mask right now, I'm gonna tell Kylo Ren, you need to let this shit go, man. It's gone.
You can't play dress up with that anymore. It's done.
No, that is not a collectible anymore. It needs to go.
Yeah.
Oh, and before we leave, I'm so happy that there are no aliens shown in this teaser right here.
Right.
You know, a lot of this feels, while they're showing you the dog fights and a lot of the, you know, you see BB-8, we saw R2-D2, but I like that a lot of it, especially in the beginning, is showing you, okay, you got your space, but we're showing you these natural backgrounds right here. You know, we're shooting on real locations and real sets. You know, and I that's one of the great things that I liked about The Force Awakens. I wasn't crazy about the movie, but I really did appreciate that they went back to feeling like a more tangible world.
Yes, even Rogue One did that and went to like real life locations. Even if they weren't, they dressed the stage so that, you know, the environment becomes a star as opposed to some CG character running around and falling down. You know what I mean? Yeah, I give them credit for that. That's dope.
Oh yeah, man. I'm crazy for this, man. I'm excited. December. You know what? I'm looking at this, and this is let me see here. This is so much of a teaser. They can't even give you the date. They just say December. You know? Wait until the trailer comes out to find out the date. You know?
It is either the 1st or the 31st.
Yeah. Well, which one? You just have to wait and see. You know, hey, man. Yeah, excited. Silly for it, man. Gamefly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. Gamefly's giving me an excuse to do that. And you can even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere, because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.